It is a beautiful day, very warm. Lots of things are blooming. Here in my garden, in the front that I made a few months ago. Everything's popping up and making flowers. Little tomato there. The artichokes are growing okay. These ones are a little smaller than the ones down here. The ones down here past this banana. Between the banana and the olive tree. That's an olive tree and that's a banana plant. They look a lot larger. This bed over here. It has an olive tree. And a bunch of flowers. The wind came and blew my tomato plants all over the place and ripped them all over the place and they split. Luckily this one is on some mulch, otherwise I think it would be very diseased. A lot of the ones in the back got that way where everything splashed all over them and they got whipped around in the wind. Tons of passion flowers blooming in these trees over here, where it's growing all over them. It's kind of neat. It's pretty. I hope it makes a lot of fruit. That'd be really awesome. These hibiscuses are doing okay. Forgot there was a little artichoke over here. It's hidden behind this marigold. Here behind the grapefruit tree is doing a lot better. There's a little grapefruit on it. You see what branches and stuff broke off from the wind, blowing things, and there's a lot of fruit that got knocked off of it. Little things, kind of little leaves coming back. Tomatoes have taken over this garden bed. There's still roses in here though, hidden back there in places. Some bananas. This pigeon pea is taking off right here. It's as tall as the Barbados cherry now. Amaranth over here. A little fig right there. A watermelon growing, some more amaranth. Another Barbados cherry. There's little flowers on it. Sour sop. Put grass seed through here and some of it's actually coming up. Over here, we have a gladiolus blooming. I planted a bunch of them. Like all these here. I got just one of those like bags that you get at like the big box stores. I planted them all. Surprisingly, they all came up. You can see what the grass is starting to grow here finally. Something is eating my hibiscus. There's some type of weird white bug on there. See the mustard coming up everywhere. I might transplant this mustard in between my tomato plants in the back. There's a little tiny banana there. These other bananas are doing okay. I moved a lot of my pots back here underneath this tree line. Just because I think the sun and the UV index is just too intense. Here are my tomatoes. I had to prune off all the leaves. They started to get diseased and a lot of them were broken off. So I had to tie them up. But they seem to be pulling through even though they are out in this crazy heat and UV index and we're getting diseased and whipped around by the wind. They all seem to be doing okay. Some of them are getting kind of ripe. I should pick them before they get too ripe because I'm afraid animals and stuff will get them before I get there. So I'm going to try to get them before they do. Like this one here. Is that a bug? Oh, it's a leaf. It's getting kind of ripe, so I might want to get that. All doing pretty well. I think, considering. Over here my mustards and things are growing, but I think I'm going to transplant the ones from out front, like here, in between the tomatoes there. Some mustard growing there. Chards coming up really nicely. We just separated some more. Separated these ones here. Little cherry tomatoes. They taste pretty good. I really don't like cherry tomatoes that much, but I actually like these. These taste pretty good. I put bags on my passion fruit to keep the squirrels away. Hopefully it works, because I took a few of them. It's kind of a waste. The squirrels like them, so hopefully that keeps them nice and protected though. My onions over here. Watermelon, some more eggplant. They aren't doing so well. The wind really knocked them all over when I first planted them, and they just haven't really recovered too much. The heat and the UV index might just be too much for them. I don't know. Even though they're partially shaded here for a little bit, I think it's just too intense. I might try growing them in the winter months. Perennial squash is coming up here after I thought it died. But yeah, since it's a perennial squash, it'll come back. And it did. It looks great. A little fig tree there. A blueberry here. And the tomatoes over here. So look how damaged and ripped around and stuff some of them are. But they're hanging in there and they're still producing tomatoes. So I guess that's all that matters. Hopefully if I can get at least all these that are on there now, there'll be plenty of tomatoes for me. Marigolds look pretty, I think. This red navel is finally making flowers everywhere and new leaves all over it. I was getting kind of worried something was going to happen to it. It was dying or something because it wasn't making any new leaves, and because it lost a bunch of leaves and stuff when the cold snap came. Now it's making all kinds of new leaves and shoots and flowers and all kinds of stuff. It smells really nice. We have more of these little blueberries here. And some over here. Almost. Right? This watermelon here. Sugar baby. Starting to spread everywhere. I have my Seminole pumpkins, Seminole squash. Trying to grow this way through my peanuts. I want it to grow this way. There. It's pretty. Cucumber melons are taking over all of this. They just came up on their own. Looks like I had them here last year. Little flowers. Make little watermelon looking fruits. This eggplant is something that came up on its own. I had an eggplant planted there last year, and apparently that came back from it. I guess from the roots, or maybe there was a seed from an eggplant that fell there or something. I don't remember. It's pretty cool though. The peach trees are growing back nicely here, I think. Making lots of new branches. Sugarcane looks like it's finally starting to take off. I really hope I get some sugarcane from it this year. That'd be awesome. Guava. Making new leaves and little branches. Little shoots. Looks like there's a mushroom growing down there. My red lady dwarf papaya. Starting to make lots of leaves again. It did just sort of sit there and I thought it was never going to grow because it really didn't do much for a couple months. Now it's starting to take off again now that it's warmer. Really hope I get some good tomatoes from all these. So I might harvest that one red one and maybe that one there that's trying to turn, just so something else doesn't get it. My celery is hanging in back there. It does not seem to like the heat at all. See where they're all broken, snapped. They really were like whipped around and really took a beating in that storm. So I'm surprised that they really are still alive. So they snapped all over the place, got all dirty, and started to get diseased, and I had to do a lot of pruning and trying to fix them, take care of them. I'm just hoping I can harvest up before they die now. Got watermelon over here. It's coming up nicely. Sweet potatoes. These ones over here are blooming, making flowers. My sweet potatoes. My peanuts are coming up here. Something to see underneath the corn and stuff. Coming up here. This cabbage is looking great. Where I harvested it, it's coming back from, let's see where I harvested it here. It's coming back. The same with this one over here. I harvested it and it's making new leaves and coming back. It's nice. So I'll be able to harvest it again. That one there I think I'll harvest next. And got all these corn stalks and stuff after I harvested the corn. And I didn't rip them out of the ground, I just cut them off at the base so I didn't disturb the peanuts that were coming up. And these ones here made new shoots all around it. And this one here, so I'm just gonna let them grow, see what they do. That's a lima bean there that came up. More peanuts, a watermelon. All this stuff over here looks so much better in the shade since I moved it. Avocado tree right there. A peanut coming up there. These onions over here look a lot better. Tomatoes are doing nicely. They didn't get whipped around as much and didn't get as broken as the other ones. Pretty sure all these are done though. They might grow. These strawberries are looking a whole lot better now that they're out of the sun back here. And the peppers seem to be doing better too. I'm gonna keep them back here and see how they do. There's some ginger and turmeric, so I have some little containers here. I want to plant some right here in the garden just to see if it grows better in the pots for me. I decided to soak it just because it's so dry and hot here. I thought maybe it would maybe just help it a little better. I don't really know if it does anything or not. It probably can't hurt. So I'm going to put a couple of these with ginger and I think all that turmeric. It's going to just bury them pretty much just like this. I'll just bury these here. And I hope that they grow. I think they will look nice coming up there. Okay, hopefully it all grows. And I'll have some nice ginger and nice turmeric. I think it'll look nice coming up right there after I remove the tomatoes and stuff. It's a huge tree. Someone set a fire on that one or something.